All right, from the First Alert Weather Center, I'm Chief Meteorologist Damon Lane. Tornado warning has just been issued just moments ago for Pauls Valley down into just right south of Pauls Valley. Right now finding an area of rotation that is going to be 1, 2, 3 miles south of Pauls Valley. This is actually slowly moving up to the northeast, and at this current path would likely stay just east of Pauls Valley, but still tornado warning just issued for those of us in Garvin County. And once again, this is going to be also including Paola, Rosedale, comes right up to Cleveland County here. Again, comes right up to Cleveland County. So if you are in Garvin County right now, you need to be in your tornado shelter. Again, be in your tornado shelter with this storm. Once again, tornado warning issued just moments ago. If you are in Pauls Valley, Garvin County, be in your tornado shelter. Again, tornado warning just issued for, this is only going to be for Garvin County and a small section of, let's see here, small section of what appears to be just barely coming into just southern parts of Pottawatomie County. But nonetheless, this is certainly a serious situation. So tornado warning remains in effect. Right now it is 12:01. This warning goes into effect for another 15 minutes. Again, another 15 minutes for those of us that are going to be in Garvin County. That area of circulation is going to be just on the east side. You can see with the high resolution data right here. Here's the airport. So we are going to be about 2 miles to the east of the airport. Again, this tornado warning is going to be, the area of circulation is going to be 2 miles east of the Pauls Valley Airport. Once again, tornado warning issued just moments ago for this storm as it continues to lift up to the northeast. And so certainly very first tornado warning of the afternoon or of the evening overnight hours for Pauls Valley. Going to your tornado shelter. Once again, if you are in Pauls Valley, looking at our shear markers right now, yeah, you can definitely see that rotation is really quite significant just on the east side to the right of Route 77, right along County Road 1590, 3260, 3270. Current track as this continues to lift up to the northeast here, at speeds about 15 to 20 miles per hour, is going to bring it very close to Rosedale and Johnsonville. So I'm going to go ahead and put a storm track with this moving up to the northeast. And so this goes into the community of Byers at 12:53. We go into Rosedale at 12:55, and then we go into Johnsonville here at 12:58. Once again, for this storm, tornado warning that is going to be for Garvin County until 12:15. So Pauls Valley, once again, you're in your tornado shelter immediately with this storm as it continues to lift up to the northeast. That area of circulation is going to be very, very close. I mean, very close. As you can see here from the town of Pauls Valley, we're about 2 miles to the east, right along County Road 1570, 3260, and 3270 with this storm. So this is Doppler radar indicated tornado warning for those of us, once again, and going to be in Garvin County, lifting up to the northeast. Looking at the bigger picture, you can see here where that red and that green are going to be close. Looks like 2 areas of circulation. I want to highlight exactly where we are. One area of circulation right here, another area of circulation right here to the east of Route 77. But all of us in Pauls Valley, you are included in this tornado shelter, or in this tornado warning. Be in your tornado shelter. Again, this warning goes up until 12:15. So the sirens are sounding right now. You should be taking them seriously. Again, if you're going to be currently in, currently going to be in Garvin County, southeastern McLean County included in this as well. I should be saying Garvin and McLean County. So this storm now moving up to the north has picked up in speed 40 miles per hour. So given that track, it will not be in for long, overhead for long. That is a fast-moving storm for sure. So putting a storm track up to the northeast, let me go ahead and tweak this time of arrival by just a few miles per hour. And so there you go. This does include a few of us that are going to be outside of the path or outside of the tornado warning polygon. But even looking downstream, this very well could be going into eastern Cleveland County and going into Pottawatomie County. So with this current track, again, moving up to the northeast, this would bring it very close to those of us as you go in towards southern Cleveland County on the east side of Norman, western Pottawatomie County. You would be in the path of this. You can see Lake Thunderbird included in this track. So this is certainly not one that, even if you're not officially in the warning, you don't want to put your guard down on this one, because this could very well be extended. This is a fairly tight couplet. This is by far the strongest and the tightest couplet that we have seen so far this entire day in Oklahoma. A lot of our tornado warnings have been down in Texas, but not this one. So this is a pretty good sized couplet right here, and that is fairly significant. Right now, the latest radar scan going by here, this is going to be just about 1-2 miles to the east-southeast of Pauls Valley. Go into the innermost room of your house, go into your tornado shelter for sure with this one. This is a very well pronounced couplet. This one does have me concerned, as you can imagine, with at least with this type of environment that we have. Again, a good amount of shear in place, and the instability is high enough. So for those of us that are going to be outside of this warning, if you're in eastern Cleveland County, western Pottawatomie County, be prepared that this warning may very well be extended. Again, tornado warning right now. For those of us in Pauls Valley, this is going to be, the couplet is going to be 1-2 miles to the southeast of Pauls Valley. You can see here with our high resolution mapping. So we're to the east of the airport, east of downtown Pauls Valley, but that radar couplet right along County Road 3270 and 3290 with this radar couplet and with this warning. So for those of us that are anywhere from Paola, Rosedale, Johnsonville, Byers, you are included in this tornado warning. Be prepared for this to move in pretty quickly with a speed of 40 miles per hour. This is going to move in, and this is going to move in fast. Let me update the speed here so you can get a generalized idea. So Rosedale, 1223, Gwinnett, 1231, Etowah at 1244, and then we get out of the tornado warning polygon, but still needs to, if you're outside of this tornado warning polygon, but the cities are located there, you need to be prepared that this very well could be moving in, and be prepared that the extension of this tornado warning very well could occur. So right now, again, looking for, there's your low level lock that just popped up there. Whenever you see that spinning ring right there, that is going to be our radar that is picking up at least that low level rotation. It is definitely tight enough there, and so this tornado warning still remains in effect. I have not really seen this this storm and this rotation weaken at all. This is still fairly significant couplet as it continues to move up to the northeast. So tornado warning once again for those of us that are going to be in towards the Pauls Valley area and in Garvin County and McLean County. This goes until 12:15. So this is now confirmed tornado. Now in Pauls Valley, again, confirmed tornado moving up to the north. And so again, be in your tornado shelter with this storm as it continues to pose damage, a significant damage threat. Again, this is a confirmed tornado. Brand new update with this moving up to the northeast. And so you need to be in your tornado shelter immediately. If you are on the east side of Pauls Valley, right along Highway 19, and anyone that is going to be even north of Highway 19 from Rosedale, Johnsonville, Byers, if you are in Garvin and southeastern McLean County, you need to be in your tornado shelter immediately. Once again, this is a confirmed tornado that is going to be currently just east of Pauls Valley. Again, just east of Pauls Valley here. So I'm saying the same thing over and over again because this is the only tornado warning. This is the most significant storm that is currently in the state right now. This is the only storm to really worry about right now in the state, and it is going to be for this storm that is currently tornado warned right now, just on the east side of Pauls Valley. Once again, tornado warning for this cell. This is a confirmed tornado located very close to Pauls Valley, moving north at 40 miles per hour. So you have to be in your tornado shelter right now if you are going to be anywhere on the east side of Pauls Valley near Highway 19. Look at that radar couplet right there. This is a confirmed tornado. Tornado warning remains in effect until 12:15. Although with a radar couplet like this, I certainly expect that we're probably going to see an extension of at least this tornado warning. This is something that is not to be messed around with. This is not Doppler radar indicated anymore. This is a confirmed tornado doing damage right now just east of Pauls Valley, moving up to the northeast. Rosedale, Johnsonville, concern for you. I'm going to switch over here, go to our shear product, and you can see that our rotation tracker is showing quite a bit of rotation right now just northeast of Pauls Valley, right along Highway 19, moving up to Rosedale and Johnsonville. So again, you need to be in your tornado shelter immediately. Still, if you're near Pauls Valley, stay in your shelter for the time being. I'll let you know, Pauls Valley, when it's okay to get out. But latest update right now coming in from the Weather Service and from our team of meteorologists here that we work closely with. This is confirmed tornado that is going to be on the east side of Pauls Valley. Looking downstream, it looks like this will likely stay just east of Paola, but Rosedale, Johnsonville, and Byers, you are in the path of this. And so again, moving up to the north at 40 miles per hour. This is a fast-moving storm here. So I'm going to go ahead and put on a storm track here. Let me update the speeds real quick, and so I can give you an update on those that are going to be outside of this tornado warning polygon here, because even looking downstream, this very well could be moving into eastern Cleveland County, western Pottawatomie County. So Rosedale, 1225, Etowah, 1247. We go into Lake Thunderbird at 1257 with this storm that is currently moving up to the northeast right now. Again, tornado warning remains in effect for those of us that are going to be on the east side of Pauls Valley in northern Garvin County, going into McLean County right now with this storm. Once again, confirmed tornado moving up to the northeast. This warning is set to expire at 12:15, although with a rotation couplet like this very well could be extended even deeper into going into Cleveland County, eastern Cleveland County, and going into Pottawatomie County. So looking downstream, for those that may be outside of this polygon here, just know that this will likely move in and fairly quickly. This is going to be a fast-moving storm moving up to the northeast at 40 miles per hour. Let me show you the latest with the rotation. Again, this is going to be rain-wrapped within this, but this is certainly a very concerning storm, once again, moving up to the northeast. And so there's your shear tracker right now. And so that is going to be exactly where it is. Not a big hail threat. Not a big hail threat, but that velocity. And here you go, brand new update. So tornado warning has now just been extended until 12:45. It now includes eastern Cleveland County, Pottawatomie County are now in the path of this. So again, this is going to be for eastern Cleveland County and western Pottawatomie County. Tornado warning has now been extended until 12:45, and so that includes Tribby, Winnett. You need to be in your tornado shelter immediately with this storm as it continues to move up to the north, I should be saying. This is a north moving couplet, and that right there, it's right over Highway 19. Again, right over Highway 19 currently, and that rotation couplet that's legit. That is a legit couplet right there. That is nothing to be messing around with, especially this is going to be rain wrapped. And so that's exactly where the tornado warning or the tornado would be located. If you're in Pauls Valley right now, Pauls Valley, you can now come out of your tornado shelter. Pauls Valley, this is now moving northeast of you. And so, again, you can be out of your tornado shelter now in Pauls Valley. The rotation couplet has moved north of you, but let's look downstream here because given this current track, this is likely going to carry itself into Pottawatomie County and eventually would make its way close to Shawnee. So Norman, right now, this is Norman, you are not included in this tornado warning. However, it does appear that Cleveland County, you will be, at least a portion of Cleveland County will be included in this. So brand new tornado warning for northeastern Garvin County, southeastern Cleveland County, southwestern Pottawatomie County, and southeastern McLean County until 12:45. We've already had, this is a confirmed tornado. Again, confirmed tornado, not much hail, but this is confirmed tornado moving up in the up to the northeast. So severe thunderstorm watch also has been extended into McLean, Cleveland, Pottawatomie, and Seminole County. Reports of debris near Pauls Valley, absolutely. So let's zoom in real tight with this. I'll show you exactly where that couplet is going to be located, exactly where that tornado would be located, and it's right along Highway 19. Again, this is going to be the location. Pauls Valley, you are no longer in this tornado warning. Again, you are safe to come out of your tornado shelter. We are getting some reports of debris near Pauls Valley, and again, severe thunderstorm watch has just been extended because of this cell for McLean, Cleveland, Pottawatomie, and Seminole County, moving up to the northeast. And so once again, watching this storm. Michael, give us an update on what you're seeing with this storm.
Okay, yeah. So, Damon, it looked like this tornado spun up. I do have another microphone on, but they'll probably be working on that audio. But looked like a tornado spun up about 4 miles southeast of Pauls Valley, or just southeast of Pauls Valley. And, you know, having chased down there before, there are homes down in those areas. Now, it's not densely populated, but there are folks who live down in that area. And this is such a dangerous situation, obviously, after midnight. So as Damon's zooming in and out of the radar, what I would just encourage you to do is, this is a great time to take advantage of cell phones. Here's one thing to know, that if you call someone and it immediately goes to voicemail, call them again within 5 minutes and it'll break through their do not disturb, for instance, if you have an iOS device. So if you know someone who lives down there between Rosedale, Johnsonville, Byers, in that area moving up toward Gwinnett, please go ahead and give them a call and let them know that this situation is ongoing, because it is in the middle of the night. A lot of times people go to sleep, and this is not what they're expecting and certainly not what they're wanting.
Yeah, absolutely. So great advice there coming in from field meteorologist Michael Armstrong. If you're just now tuning in, and so if you're hearing the sirens going off, tornado warning, this spun up very close to Pauls Valley, and so we are getting some reports of debris there in Pauls Valley. But this storm, rotation in the last scan, it is still there. It is not nearly as pronounced as what it was even a few moments ago, but it is still absolutely spinning. And so it just goes to show you, this time of the year, you can be socked in with rain, but you can get a spin up tornado. And this one, this is fairly significant. Once again, moving up to the northeast. And so that tornado location right now, Paola, you're okay. This is going to be just east of you of Paola, but Johnsonville, Byers, so extreme northern Garvin County, going into southeastern McLean County, even a portion of Cleveland and a good portion of Pottawatomie County included in this warning right now. And so you need to be going into your tornado shelter, because this is a fast moving storm going up to the north at about 40 miles per hour. We'll bring it into Gwinnett at 12:35, Etowah 12:51, Macomb 12:54, Brooksville 1:01, Pink 1:05, Stella 1:11, Bethel Acres 1:11, and then Shawnee at 1:15. Now, Shawnee, you're not included in this tornado warning yet, but our goal here is to make sure that you have a heads up as to exactly when that storm could be moving in should a tornado warning be issued. So again, we like what we're seeing right now as we put up our shear marker. We're still finding we're still finding a bit of a couplet here, but it's not nearly as strong. And Michael, you just said, look, that's some good news.
Absolutely, yeah. You see the velocities really decreasing. And Damon, if you want to loop that, I mean, you're going to really see the difference. Look at the difference in the intensity of even just our rotation tracker right there compared to what it was east of Pauls Valley. So, man, you hate to see this in the middle of the night. We're thankful it didn't go right through Pauls Valley, but again, there are some folks that live out in that area. Let's go back over to velocity real quick. I'm just curious on that storm relative velocity, or yeah, let's go right in there and back that up and compare it. Let's look at that right there. Okay, look how intense that was, Damon, right there just southeast of Pauls Valley. So I know that's a little bit of a history lesson, but what that does is it gives us an idea of the trends of this storm. Man, that's where you've got the couplet so strong, and that's where you get the tornado. But now it's north of Highway 19 if we go to the last part of that loop, and look at that. Look at how much it's weakening now. If you look, there's some bright green right over there just east of there. That may be a new mesocyclone trying to spin up right now. So that means, and you see it there, the bright blue just southwest of Byers, and there's rotation tracker showing the same thing. So we may not become totally done with it. And so the tornado warning has not expired yet. It has not been canceled.
No, not at all. As a matter of fact, currently this warning is set to go until at least 12:45. This is the second tornado warning that has been issued because of this cell. So it briefly popped up. Our first warning was for only about 15 minutes, but this one is going to be a much longer duration warning, mainly because of the fact that we feel this rotation couplet may hang around for a bit. So we may not, this one actually may persist a bit all the way in towards, more than likely, looking at each radar scan by scan. Byers, you are in your tornado shelter. Gwinnett, you're in your tornado shelter as well. As you can see right here, we're going to be hugging, at least as of right now, the right-hand side, or the far right-hand flashing red line here. So on the right side of this polygon, that right there would indicate that at least this storm is starting to take more of a northeasterly jog like this, but it's going to cycle. So this stuff is very typical, where you can see the tornado flare up, you can see the warning flare up, and then all of a sudden we see the rotation begin to weaken a bit, and then it begins to pick back up as well as we see the scans going through here. So you see a little bit of a rotation couplet right here near Rosedale, but we very well could be seeing a bit of a higher, another area of rotation starting to pick up just north of Highway 19 with this cell right here. So this is certainly going to be a very significant storm moving up to the northeast. And I tell you what, if you know anyone, I get it right now. It is 12:22, and a lot of us are probably, we know someone that's probably sleeping, not too sure if they can get the alerts fast enough. But if you know anyone, even if they're outside of the warning, but they're in Pottawatomie County up toward Shawnee, look, give them a call. This storm is moving up to the northeast at about 40 miles per hour. So given that track right now, I think that probably, we could very well see this area of circulation even extend much farther up to the north outside of this warning at some point. And so if you're living in Shawnee, that would be about 50 minutes from now. So this is still very much a concern for this storm as it continues to move up to the north, and definitely watching this. Michael, what do you have?
Well, I was going to let you know the National Weather Service monitoring exactly what we saw, and they're saying that this could be a cyclic supercell in the sense that it spins up another tornado potentially here not too far from Byers or Johnsonville. We're hoping that doesn't happen, but the velocities are increasing some. It's not as tight as what it was earlier east of Pauls Valley, but on these situations, it's a very tropical type environment, Damon, and you don't want to go outside to try to look at this tornado. I know that that's like a pastime here in Oklahoma where people hear a tornado, oh, let me go outside and look at this. It's not going to help you. Look at the rain. I mean, I couldn't even see it if I was there in Storm Command with night vision on. I mean, I'm serious. There's that much rain on there right now. So the area, there's two different areas of circulation. Have you looked at Debris Tracker to see where they confirm that? Because they said it's radar confirmed. We might pull up our Debris Tracker. This is a product that's a dual pole radar product. It is called correlation coefficient right there. Now that blue, I know this may be a different product for some of you that may not be used to that. It's kind of a newer product, but there's a real light color east of Pauls Valley, light blue, and right there as it's lifting up toward Highway 19, that's that's trees, that's solid objects that are getting lofted into the air, and the radar beam is bouncing off of that, actually confirming to us that there's a tornado there. So it's not just strong velocities or a hook echo. That's an actual confirmation that there was a tornado. Now look, it kind of goes away. So that's good, but if it comes back again, that's what we'll be watching for that confirmation that there's a tornado. Honestly, this is where radar takes us to the next level at night. This is really, really helpful in terms of confirming, yes, there's a tornado, no, there's not.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we use all the technology here in the Weather Center to be able to look for these type of things. And again, when you're dealing with a rain-wrapped tornado like this, you look for the details inside of the radar and inside of the storm. And so what we were showing you right there is that was going to be some debris getting picked up. That could be trees, that could be farm equipment, whatever it is. They are objects that the radar is able to say those are not hailstones, and those are not going to be drops of rain in there. There's going to be some pretty big objects in there for sure. So still watching again our Shear Tracker, still showing 2 areas of rotation. We're going to be just south of the you're going to be just south of the Canadian River here. This is going to be the Canadian River that runs right here, so just south of Rosedale. So we're going to find these areas of circulation right now, right along Highway 59 and just northeast of Highway 19 with this right here. So again, moving up to the northeast, and let me put the storm relative velocity here, and this kind of helps us clean up a bit of the at least where that rotation is.
I don't really like that.
Yeah, this is still pretty concerning. Again, this tornado warning goes until 12:45. Again, goes until 12:45 for those of us that are going to be now moving into McLean County. So this is now getting into that southeastern portion of McLean County, and just looking at the current track, while Cleveland County, you're still in the polygon here and you're still in this tornado warning. This is making more of a move into Pottawatomie County. So Gwinnett, as you make your way up towards Tribby, southwest of Romulus, you need to be definitely going into your tornado shelter, innermost room of your house. This is a fast-moving storm. This is not just moving along at 15, 20 miles per hour. This will be moving in much more quickly here at about 30 miles plus, almost 40 miles per hour. So Johnsonville at 12:33, Gwinnett 12:41, Tribby 1 a.m., Burnett 1:05, the community of Pink at 1:18, and then Bethel Acres and at 1:25 with this storm, again, moving up to the northeast. There's your area of rotation. It's going to be very close to Byers. Byers, you're in your tornado shelter, innermost room of your house. Same for the community of Johnsonville. And if you're going to be just south of the Canadian River and just east of Rosedale, I'm going to switch products here, and this is going to be your Shear Tracker. And what I love about this technology, this really cleans up and shows you exactly where that rotation couplet is going to be strongest. And we see it 1 mile southwest of the community of Byers. Again, Byers, you need to be in your tornado shelter. Again, you need to be in your tornado shelter right now, innermost room of your house. This is definitely a rotation that has been fairly significant, as Michael just showed you with correlation coefficient and the debris tracker. This storm, this is a confirmed tornado via radar, because correlation coefficient, I know that's a really just long term there, but bottom line, the debris tracker, our debris tracker has been able to pick up debris inside of this storm. And so late at night, this is what we're seeing here. This is rain wrapped. If you're anywhere in western and central Pottawatomie County, I'm thinking about you in Tecumseh, Shawnee, Pink, Burnett, Brooksville. While the sirens may not be sounding yet, be prepared to more than likely hear these sirens, hear the siren sound. Right now, 12:30 almost, as warning goes for another 15 minutes. Would not be surprised if we at least see another tornado warning issue. We'll take it radar frame by radar frame. Here's an update. So Garvin County, you are no longer in the tornado warning. So Pauls Valley, Paola, Stratford, you're good. You can come out of your tornado shelter. southeastern McLean County, southeastern Cleveland County, and then southwestern Pottawatomie County. You need to be in your tornado shelter right now. Let me go back over to the shear marker here, and we can show you exactly where that tornado would be located. It is going to be located 1 mile southwest of Byers, just south of the Canadian River. Here's a Canadian River right here. This is going to be that area of circulation. Again, this is going to be southwest of Byers, moving up to the northeast. And so once again, if you're in Gwinnett, you're in your tornado shelter. If you know someone in Gwinnett, Rosedale, up towards Tribby, Etowah, Romulus, you're giving them a heads up and going into your tornado shelter. Michael, what do you have?
Yeah, just latest coming in on this warning is that the storm is moving north. It is moving north-northeast, but generally kind of more northward at 40 miles per hour right now. Locations include Tribby, Gwinnett, Byers, Etowah, Rosedale, and Trousdale. Those are the locations. If I just mentioned your town name, then those are the areas that you want to go ahead and take your tornado precautions and play this safe tonight. Even though we've seen some downward trend in the storm, what you don't want to do is just get caught off guard. I mean, it's already in the middle of the night, so the last thing you want to do is wait too long on a storm like this. So just go ahead and seek shelter, and you can sort it out in the morning. If you don't have a tornado, fantastic, but if you can, go ahead and get to designated tornado shelter. So that means a safe room if you have it, or below ground shelter if possible. If not, you want to go ahead and get to that center part, smallest room, lowest level of whatever home you're in. Mobile homes are not a great idea to try to ride out a tornado in. Neither are vehicles. Those are both very deadly places to be in a tornado. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Great advice there coming in. Again, coming in from field meteorologist Michael Armstrong. And so once again, tornado warning remains in effect now. Radar indicated again right now, although this was confirmed. This was a confirmed tornado coming in from the National Weather Service. Latest rotation tracker has decreased a bit, so this is good. This is a good trend that we like to see. However, as we typically see with these type of storms, one radar scan is helpful. 5 radar scans is more helpful, and so we like to watch at least the path of how this is going. But still, you see the red flashing polygon here. This is still a serious situation. Again, tornado warning until 12:45. Right now, just looking at the past data that we've been seeing here, where was this storm the strongest? It was the strongest right when it was east of Pauls Valley. I mean, just look at that. That was about 30 minutes ago. And so as that continued to move up to the northeast, that radar couplet hung around long enough. And so even as it went over Highway 19, it was still certainly there. And now it's beginning to come down and trend. So we like the decrease. We like the downward trend with this. That's a good step in the right direction. But we're going to be with you here until this tornado warning is no longer in effect. And so we're not going to go anywhere until this is over. Michael, what do you have to add?
Well, I had someone asking about Davis. And so down in southern Oklahoma, down in the Arbuckles, if we could zoom out just a little bit maybe and give people a little broader view of kind of what's going on. There are some other storms that are down south of the Red River, and that's where I was most of the day in kind of southwestern Oklahoma. There's nothing really moving up toward you right now. It's just this. That's why we're so focused on this one area where the tornado warning has been, because that's where the danger is. So we're not wanting to ignore other locations, but we'll let you know if there are other areas that are in danger. But right now, it's just been this one area that's really just east of Pauls Valley. And we mentioned the debris tracker earlier. What that really does is it just differentiates between things like trees or solid objects that are being lofted. The radar can actually detect whether it's raindrops or hail versus whether you have sticks, whatever type of debris, pieces of wood, anything that's been lofted by the tornado. So that's what we saw earlier. You can see it right there really well, actually, just east of Pauls Valley when Damon looped the radar there. That was our radar confirmed tornado. That's why we're taking this so seriously. It's not just that it was a radar indicated tornado. That's a radar confirmed tornado. I know that's kind of new, but in areas where we have lots of trees, that can be really helpful. When we don't have a lot of trees, then it can be homes or things like that the tornado's hitting and lofting into the air. So still, that storm still looks like it's not nearly as intense as what it was. There's still some bright blue there it's just to the north and west of Byers, so it's going to be moving up toward Gwinnett. But just keep in mind the tornado warning is still in effect. So what that means for you is if as long as you see that red flashing box on there, and if you're in that box, then you need to take your tornado precautions. And we're going to play this even more careful at night. If you're in that red box, just go ahead and take your precautions. Don't put it off. Go ahead and do it, and then hopefully we'll continue to see these trends with the velocities continuing to decrease. That's what we've really been seeing here over the last few minutes, Damon, and I think that trend has really continued.
Yeah, it really has. Unfortunately, you know, we're getting some notes coming in here right now being passed into the newsroom, and so some of the information that's come in is that we know that there's reported debris near Pauls Valley. Radar has certainly indicated that we saw right there. So, but still, this area of rotation still it's there, and it is so much weaker. And but we're not going to put our guard down. We're not going to go anywhere until this red flashing box that you see, this polygon in the middle of your television screen, until it's off. And so right now it is 12:35. This warning is set to expire in 10 minutes. We will see if it is going to be continued downstream. Not a lot of hail out of this. So this is just circulation only. But as we put on our shear marker, you can see right here that the shear, the rotation, is stretched out. It is much weaker compared to what we saw earlier, and that is a good step. However, climatology, this time of the year, we know that this is that this time of the year, end of April, tornadoes can spin up much more easily than they can, say, in March or February. And so just as Michael mentioned this earlier, very tropical-like atmosphere that is currently in place. And so it is so humid. You stepped outside today, you can just feel the mugginess that we had. And so you get just enough shear in here, and we get this tornado warning. And so this is going to clearly be rain wrapped. I mean, just look at all this rain moving in right now. So if we track this area of rotation outside, and again, this is nothing compared to what it was before, as far as
you can even see it's shifted over in the red box, if you notice, because the original circulation that did have the tornado has weakened, and now this new one that was near Byers kind of popped up a little bit. So you can actually kind of see that even. If you want me to, I can draw a storm track on there too.
Yeah, go ahead and
just so we get some time of arrivals on here for those that are taking shelter. You know, this particular storm, I'm going to go right down to where kind of the center of the circulation is, and then we're going to draw this. It is moving north pretty fast at about 40 miles per hour, so we'll draw it just like that. And so here are some time of arrivals. Okay, so Gwinnett, 12:44, so that'll be the first one. You guys in Gwinnett, you need to be taking your precautions right now. Trousdale, 12:51. Look at Macomb there at 1:02. You can just see the different time of arrivals there, and you can just look for your town.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a lot of them here, and we know that there are a lot of us that know people that have friends or family that live in Pottawatomie County, and so in this time of the night, 12:38, a lot of times people do not know that something is coming in until they hear it knocking on their door. And so you want to give them a heads up and just say, look, this storm was tornado warned. It is still tornado warned. Right now it's 12:38. This warning goes until 12:45. So this storm is still warned. Just a heads up that you're going to more than likely get a couple of at least rotation that will likely make its way up into western parts of Pottawatomie County. One thing I've noticed, there is not a lot of lightning in this at all. So this is not your typical supercell storm. This is a tornadic thunderstorm, although almost kind of like a heavy band of rain coming in. And Michael said it before, and I'll say it as well, that this is very tropical-like with this type of setup in here. So
not like a rain shower with a tornado.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
And it makes it really difficult at night. I mean, no joke. Like when you have no lightning to light it up, the only thing you're going to have are power flashes and things like that, and those are going to be really difficult to spot when there's heavy rain around. So just, I mean, it's tough. This is a rain-wrapped tornado in the middle of the night. There's no doubt about it. This is just a difficult situation.
Yeah, it absolutely is. Looking at the latest radar screen right now, we do see some pinks coming into Shawnee. That would indicate some heavy rain, even a few pockets of some small hail coming along with that. And so, Shawnee, what's coming in right now, that is not the tornado warning. That is going to be just another storm. But I do like, again, this is, as I mentioned earlier, 1 radar scan is good, 5 radar scans are better. The more that we can see it trending in this direction, the better we will feel, the easier we can sleep tonight in Pottawatomie County. Look, if you're watching in Oklahoma City right now, this is going to stay east of you,
right,
which is good.
East of Norman.
Yeah, it's going to avoid Norman. So a lot of us that are tuning in right now and saying, where is this storm headed? It's headed into Pottawatomie County. So McLeod, Pink, we're here for you. Shawnee, Tecumseh, we're here for you as well. We're not going anywhere until we feel like this tornado threat has completely diminished. Right now, though, as long as that tornado warning is still active, we are here. And we're not going anywhere. And I know that a lot of us, we see your comments coming in right now on Facebook, and we appreciate all of y'all that are joining in right now. And you're saying, what about here? What about there? Right now, there's only 1 warning in the entire state, and it is going to be for this tornado warning that we have currently in western Pottawatomie County. So this is why we are spending so much time on this one particular cell, because again, we treat all tornado warnings out here seriously, no matter where they are. And so again, this storm right here, rain wrapped clearly. It's put on our shear tracker right here, and once again, we continue to see at least a trend that the shear is coming down. Bit of lightning coming through with this one, certainly quite a bit of lightning outside of the tornado warning, but not so much in the tornado warning. So rotation tracker, as you can see right here, is still going to be on the low side right now. Weak rotation coming in right now near Winnett. So if you're right along Highway 39 now in Pottawatomie County, this is for you. And again, moving up towards eventually Etowah, Tribby, and Romulus, you are right on the corner of this tornado warning polygon. Right now, it is almost 12:42 on this Wednesday morning. Still watching this tornado warning, still active for another 3 minutes. Again, rain wrapped. Going to be difficult to see. I know that this is some rural part of Pottawatomie County, but this is someone's land. All this land belongs to someone, and so we are here for them. Michael, any new information?
Well, I was going to say this is just right on the fringe of our area, but up near Okemah, if you wanted to go up and look at velocity up there, I'm noticing a little bit of rotation with that storm. So for anybody who has family over there, it's not nearly quite. Well, it's not quite as strong there. I noticed it on a different velocity product, just northwest of Okemah.
Yeah, we see it right here near Castle and Mason.
Yeah. So anyway, the point in saying this is that any of these storms that are east of I-35, they may develop a little bit of rotation, and they may pick up similar to what we had, and that happened really fast there southeast of Pauls Valley. I mean, really fast. And so what that tells you is there's a tremendous amount of wind shear in the atmosphere. The wind's up above the surface. If you were here at KOCO 5 and you went outside of the studio and you listened to the towers, you would think a fighter jet is flying over. That's because the winds up above the ground are just raging. They are so strong, and so that difference in the wind speed between what's down near the ground and up just literally a few hundred feet up above the ground is enough to even cause some of these rain showers to spin up. Now, one good thing about this is you tend to not get real long track tornadoes. They kind of spin up and then they come back down pretty fast. And that's kind of what we've seen here tonight with this storm, that there's still a little bit of rotation left right there north of Byers. But the good thing is that it's not one of those like huge tornadoes that's on the ground for 50 or 60 miles or something like that. That doesn't mean it can't do some damage. Not meaning to say that, but it's better than that situation when you have one of those big wedge tornadoes or something that's on the ground for a long time and a real strong tornado.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks like getting an update right now coming in from the National Weather Service. Right now it is 12:44. So the tornado warning that was prompted, the storm that prompted this tornado warning, it does appear that it has weakened now below severe limits, and so the tornado warning will be allowed to expire in about the next 40 seconds. So that's good news. That's good news. We like to see that, this trend right now. Still quite a bit of rain that's going to spread up and south and east of I-44, and just looking downstream.
Some vehicles are stranded down in Pauls Valley from flooding, too.
Flooding.
Because these storms, like we talked about, they're tropical. That means the rainfall is very, very efficient. These storms are producing tremendous rainfall. Kyle and I could tell you that and vouch for that. I mean, the rain is really coming down in these. So there are some flooding issues. Streets are flooding now in Pauls Valley. If you can, try not get out and drive around in Pauls Valley right now, because vehicles are starting to get stranded there. So we have the some flooding issues there, and yeah, look at the rainfall totals. Wow, Pauls Valley's just got basically a big bullseye on it. That's a lot of rain in a short period of time. That's 6-hour rainfall total.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, and I could probably put that down in the 3 hours, and there you go. So in the last 3 hours, yeah, over 3 inches of rain. Really, if we just look in the last hour, almost 3 inches of rain. So yeah, definitely Pauls Valley, you have seen it. And just like that, the polygon that we had, our tornado warning, has been allowed to expire. That is good. Still have some noisy storms lifting up north of Pauls Valley. Flooding threat will be there for Pauls Valley, Wynnewood, up into Pottawatomie County. We're going to continue to watch this very closely, and should another tornado warning be issued, we will definitely break in. Otherwise, keep it with KOCO 5 News. We'll bring you the first alert.